Hello kids. So, unless you've been living under a rock for the past couple weeks, you probably know that the Beatles are on iTunes now. The Beatles have been my favorite band since I was like 4, literally. Back then, we didn't have iTunes or downloads. You listened to CDs. Remember those? Yeah. So, it's kind of frustrating to me that the Beatles are on iTunes now because, everyone's just gonna go and download songs like I Wanna Hold Your Hand and Hey Jude and Let It Be and those dumb ones that everybody knows that don't even really very well represent the Beatles. This is frustrating to me because to really appreciate the Beatles, I think you need to listen to full CDs at a time, because one of the things that I think is fun about the Beatles is sort of, because they changed so much from the time they released their first album, Please Please Me, in 1962 to 1969 when they were doing stuff like Abbey Road, White Album, and it's fun for me to listen to each album and look at how they've progressed. And each album has such a different feel that I feel like it's such a waste to just listen to just one song at a time. So, if you are the kind of person who does the whole iTunes thing and is all stoked because you get to go buy I Wanna Hold Your Hand on iTunes, I would highly recommend that you buy an entire album instead of just one song that everybody knows, because that's the only way to really fully appreciate the Beatles, I think. And especially with the albums Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and Abbey Road, because, well, first of all, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was the first real concept album. So if you don't listen to it all together, it's just a waste. It's not the way it was meant to be heard if you just listen to Lucy and the Sky with Diamonds, or you just listen to A Day in the Life. So, go and do that. You know, I don't do the whole iTunes thing because well, first of all, I don't like paying for something that isn't physically there, but I also feel like it's destroying the art of the album. Nobody makes a whole album anymore, which is why I like stuff like David Bowie's Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars, and My Chemical Romance's last 2 albums, Green Day's last 2 albums. That's why I like stuff like that so much, because it's just so much better if you listen to the whole thing instead of just taking songs off of it. Like when I first heard 21 Guns by Green Day on the radio and Know Your Enemy, I hated it. I was like, this isn't Green Day, this sucks. But then I listened to the whole 21st Century Breakdown album, and it just sort of all gelled together and made sense. And that's what I like so much about it. So, yeah. Buy a CD. Just do it. It'll be fun. I promise.